Kadash, Jehovah, his heavenly Father's true name, Yahweh Shah, this one the world literally calls Jesus Christ, that's his true name, and Rachar Kadash, that's the Holy Spirit. And I also want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who are teach well in the scriptures, and salutations to all you brothers out there. And I just want to do another walk and talk. And today I want to get into how, you got to learn, all right, you know, how to enjoy the bitter parts of this truth, okay? And it's just something I was thinking about as I was driving the other day. And you have a lot of guys out there, they get all excited because what do the scriptures say in the book of, I believe it's Revelation? It says the Lord told the apostle John, he said, um, he told him to what? Eat this roll, okay? And the apostle John said, what? It was sweet in my mouth, but then it became bitter in my belly, okay? And pretty much, when you first get into this truth, all right, everything is sweet, okay? You're an Israelite, you're happy about that. You find out your true identity, all right? You find out that you're the Lord's people, okay? You hear about how you're gonna, have slaves in the kingdom, all these women and children, lands, so on and so forth, spiritual powers. That's the sweet part, okay, of this truth. But after that happens, all right, and then some time passes, and you realize that the Lord's not coming back immediately as you expected. What starts happening? You start eating that bitter part. You start tasting it. You start feeling that bitter part of the truth, okay? All right, when you start dealing with what? Afflictions, okay? You have problems in your household, all right? You have, you got to, get rebuked. What else? You got to deal with, these heathens being over you, all right? The woman being over you, so on and so forth, okay? You start really eating, all right, that and feeling that bitter part, okay? And look, you as an individual have to learn how to enjoy that, okay? You have to train yourself to enjoy that. Now, the scriptures say what? That present chastisement, it doesn't feel good. It's grievous, as the scriptures say. But what happens afterwards? It yieldeth a peaceable fruit. Okay, that's in the book of Hebrews. I believe is it the 6th chapter? I forget where it's at exactly, but I know it's in the book of Hebrews. Okay, and you know, at first it doesn't. These things don't feel good when you go through. When you're catching hell, it doesn't feel good. Okay, but you're supposed to learn from that situation. Okay, it gets you more experience. All right, gives you more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right, you become better. All right. So all in all, even though it it's rough at that moment, it's bitter at that moment, in the end of the day, it's gonna help you out. Okay. And I'll say this, even I'll use this as an example, right? You know, the best things for your body, right? Say if you're eating, right? Let's talk about diet. The best things for your body are all the bitter, herbs, okay? The bitter foods, okay? Those, things, cleanse your body, all right? They cleanse your body, all right? Such as, I'll use these two as an example. Um, the horseradish, okay? Black seed oil, or wormwood, all right? Black walnut. Those particular herbs, when you take them, they do not feel good, okay? But what do those things do, all right? They cleanse your body, all right? They build up your immune system, all right? At the end of the day, it does what? It makes you, better, all right? So these bitter things that we go through, it's to, improve us, to make us better individuals, all right? And that's why in the book of Sirach, I believe it's the 2nd chapter, it talks about, when you serve the Lord, prepare your, soul for temptation. And it says later on, in the next, verse or two down, it says, take, these things cheerfully. All right. It says that take it cheerfully. Okay. You're supposed to take, these afflictions cheerfully. All right. And what does it say, in the 5th verse? It says, acceptable men are tried in the furnace of adversity. So if we're a part of that, elect number, we're gonna go through that, that spiritual fire, the furnace of adversity. So that means we're gonna have to, deal with things, okay? And a lot of times it's gonna feel very uncomfortable, all right? You know, and I'm sure all you brothers have stories, all right? Dealing with, all right, maybe your parents, all right, dealing with, your woman, dealing with people at the job, all right, just hey, dealing with random people that you bump into, okay? All right, you're having financial issues, hey, maybe some physical ailments, all right? I know you brothers have gone through it, because we all have gone through it, okay? In some way, some way, form, or fashion, we've all, been through it, all right? Maybe not the exact, situation, but we've been through similar things, okay? All right, you know. So hey, we're gonna be dealing with this until we get into the kingdom, all right? Because it says in the book of Proverbs, it says, not Proverbs, Salaki, the brother threw up a scripture. I couldn't catch it in time, but he threw up the book of Proverbs. But it says, oh, that threw me off. Man, what was I gonna say? Salaki, that slipped my mind. My bad. Saying took that away from my head. Had something to say, man. It's all good, but point being though is, we're just gonna have to go through these things, and it is what it is, Oh, that's what I was gonna say in the book of Acts. I think it's 14 and 22. It says that we got to go through much tribulations, all right, trials and tribulations, before we get into the kingdom of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, all right. So this is our lot, this is our portion, as the book of 2nd Ezra says, all right, as Israelites. Whether I'll say this, whether you be, really what the scriptures say, whether you be a part of the 2/3 or the 1/3, you're gonna go through. This is what we got to deal with as a people. So you better just deal with it for righteousness' sake, all right? Because you're gonna get that righteous reward, all right, simple as that. You don't want to suffer, all right, these afflictions as a 2/3, all right. So hey, as the title of this lesson is, hey, you got to learn to enjoy, the bitter part, all right. You got to learn to enjoy, and I'll say this, a lot of people, they think that we're crazy for saying this, man. And I'll say this, even people who are actual Israelites, who know that they're Israelites, who are of the circumcision, they think that we're crazy for saying these things, okay? But these things are much needed. Everything is much needed, okay? It's a necessity, all right? But hey, I'll say this, going back to, these Israelites, right? And this is a reason why I thought about this lesson. I was thinking about all these fallouts in this truth, okay? That have been, out here in Chicago, and then also, in the different GMS camps. And then not only just GMS camps, I'll say this: you have you got these fallouts from other camps like IUIC, ISUPK, right? And then they started talking about how this is a quote unquote cult, and these people are evil and this and that, right? They say all these negative things about the truth, because what does this scripture say? It talks about the truth shall be evil spoken of, all right? So they start doing that, right? And I was just thinking how pretty much what happened was they just got choked out, as the scriptures talk about in the parables, all right? In the parable in the book of I think it's like Matthew. I think actually Matthew, Mark, and Luke talk about it, if I'm not mistaken. But it talks about how that seed that was sown, right? And then it talks about how these particular seeds, right? How they got some got choked out by the cares of this world, all right? The afflictions. A lot of these guys, they fall because of this world, and that's why the scriptures say in the book of is that second? Is it 2 Timothy? Yeah, 2 Timothy 2:4. It says that you're not supposed to entangle yourself with the affairs of this life. Okay, you can't be attached to this place. Okay, you cannot be attached to this place. And as this, it says that this world, the fashion of this world, bypass it. This world is fading away. It's going down the drain, man. All right. Even if You know, they try to put up new, you know, houses, new shops, you know, in the area, all right, or in your area, all right? It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, this place is gonna fall, all right? It's all just smoke and mirrors. This place is destined for destruction. So you can't get too attached to this place, okay? So what if you lose, uh, you know, a business or your job, or a particular family member, so to speak. You know, they don't want to talk to you. So what? So what if your name is smeared, so to speak, you know, by these people? Who cares? It is what it is, man. Look, we're trying to have a good name with Yahweh Shem Shah, and that's it, man. All right. Who cares about what these people in the world think? To be honest, their opinion doesn't matter anyways. Their opinion doesn't matter. Hey, they're just souls that are, destined for damnation, man. All right. You know. The hell with them. Hell with them. These people have no they don't have anything important to say. You know. I don't even like talking to people, man. You know. I even told my woman that, man. She asked me a question one time. She asked me how come I don't like, talking to people, or I forgot exactly what she said. I said, because they don't have anything important to say. What's the point of talking to them? Everything that they say has no relevance. It's just emptiness. It's just vanity, you know? The only thing that's important is, Yahweh Shem Shai, all right? Hey, the brotherhood, and, these prophecies. That's all I want to talk about, you know? And even if it's something foul, I'm still going to somehow relate it to this truth. Simple as that. All right? You know? There's a lot here that I'm over here. So every time I'm trying to do a lesson, people always just pop up out of the woodworks, man. All right? I think I'm just going to end this lesson. Hey, you just got to enjoy, eating that bitter part, all right? So, come on, Wesley. You just gotta enjoy, eating that bitter part. And yeah, it doesn't feel good if, at that present moment, it's grievous, but hey, all these things are gonna improve us, man. It's gonna make us better, make us stronger. All right? So, hey, Brother Jay, just deal with the affliction, all right? Endure. Just keep fighting, Just keep fighting. What else are you gonna do in this world? This place is through, With that, I'm gonna give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh Shema Shai, double honors to the apostle. That was a great millstone. Salutations to all you brothers out there. Shalom, Baba.